is a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a score.
Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Flush to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Jets. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A check down here to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that?
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Jones. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second down and goal. Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain there for the Bills.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Allen to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the fifth...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Allen now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23. 59 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
45.
Now Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time
Maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Carlos Basham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They'll run on first down. Jones. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 29, Wilson forced out to his left.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Wilson will throw again. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the handoff, Taylor. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
and both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On first down, Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in his 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Wilson.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. On second down, it's Taylor.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Rhodes. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. With Taylor, that he will have the 1st down before getting here.
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now it's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
It would be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 27, Wilson being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. I think this is a free play for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively.